You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Shawty in my lineup, like what you want tonight, oh yeah. Said what you got in mind, yeah. Then she told me to slide, oh yeah. So I slide, I slide, I slide. On my way, I slide, I slide. Won't be long, I slide, I slide. I'm on my way, on my way.
I'm concentrating and contemplating on laying your body down. Girl, turn around, let's see if you can take these wet thoughts will lead to penetration. I'm mentally undressing you naked. Up inside you, now your legs start quaking. Your lips shivering, making moans with every single breath that you taking. Bears like a lake. See every stroke it seems to turn you on. Your legs quaking. Embrace now up in this greatness as I slide my head down and I taste it. Girl, your body with mine. Create this bond, let's let our spirits collide. The screams get louder as they echo them skies. My hands caressing your thighs as my tongue circles your insides, and every lick making your temperature rise. That pressure building inside. Hands on your ankles, got your legs to the sky. You say nobody else can do it like I. You damn right, my reply. Put it inside you, look you dead in your eyes. See, I'ma show you why you say that shit mine. Yeah.
Hey yo, yo, yo. Like what you want tonight, oh yeah. Said what you got in mind, yeah. Then she told me to slide, oh yeah. So I slide, I slide, I slide. On my way, I slide, I slide. Won't be long, I slide, I slide. I'm on my way, on my way.
All genres are accepted. Send y'all music. I'm trying to test out the audio this time up there. Damn, man. Let me see if it actually works this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Pray to God I'm falling away from his wisdom. I've been tripping, sipping liquor in my system. I like the way it makes me feel like I'm a victim. All eyes on me, but they don't listen. Pray to God I'm falling away from his wisdom. I've been tripping, sipping liquor in my system. I like the way it makes me feel like I'm a victim. All eyes on me, but they don't listen. Hey, I've been doing me frequently. I'm feeling free. I guess that mindset was the key. I know I said it and I mean it. I don't care about money, but I'll be working, that's for certain, to make my wrist drip like a 3. Hey, people can think what they want.
What up, Lisa?
I'm still in your face, I'm doing my part. I promise I'm leaving a mark. I don't ever notice, I don't ever focus on people that hate from the start. This shit is ironic, don't speak on the topic. I'm working, you still need to start. Maybe you're lacking the heart. Too far on my back, like I'm beast mode. People think it's all a game, and I got cheat code. Shit, I'm cold, and you know that I got heat though. I'm not playing, I'm just saying I'ma eat though. Pray to God I'm falling away from his wisdom. I've been tripping, sipping liquor in my system. I like the way it makes me feel like I'm a victim. All eyes on me, but they don't listen. Pray to God I'm falling away from his wisdom. I've been tripping, sipping liquor in my system. I like the way it makes me feel like I'm a victim. All eyes on me, but they don't listen, 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 listen.
SJ.
Coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin.
Motherfuckers over here hating on the gun. They ain't know I done counted 100 bands in a week.
I said I know why.
You
Yeah, how you
hater,
been? How you
probably
been?
why you not getting paper. I'm favored, everything I do celebrated. Tracers, if I gotta aim and gotta chase them. Ain't shit, money overseas, probably Asia. Face it, should've dedicated, been patient. Created, tried to build you up, you renegaded. You faded, lurk around the block, sweep the pavement. The greatest, SG pull up with the latest. You vacant, came out to Vegas like a raider. Taser, had them all shot when I made it. You hate it, hope you still drawing on paper. Crazy, repel Bailed off the roof, broke the cables. Adjacent, even on the side getting paper. Belated, shoulda wished me well, but you hate it. Face it, game sold up, you still playing. Patient, got a doctor's note for his ankles. Break him, lay him on the side, tip the waiter. Player, I ain't asked for love, didn't date her. Paid her, then she double back with some paper. Vapors, I be blowing loud, disturb the neighbors. Prayers, for all them bad days, you could save them. Save it, if you ain't talking money, meet the pavement.
All genres are, of course, accepted, and we have a free line and a skip line for those that want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played back to back. Of course, we'll start reviewing music, of course, as soon as we start. Again, I'm just testing out these sounds, trying to make sure that we actually have a
got something wrong with my
proper sound stabilization.
Something wrong with my line. When I pick up my phone, I get a click every time. Can you hear me? I keep getting a dial tone. I hit you from the cell phone. I should've hit you from the house phone. Hey God, thank you for your blessings and your everlasting love and filling me with your presence. I know you be in these sessions, but I got a few questions. If you could just take a second, I'm just asking, I ain't stressing. Look, I know you read me like a book. Shit, you wrote it. Knocked me off my pivot and you made me lose my focus. Took my heart away.
Y'all got music or you know an artist, send your music into my email.
But I'm trying to keep the motion. Why did he have to touch the drink? Why did she get past the plate? Why my uncles can't get straight? Why she have to pass away? Not going against your will. I'm just trying to keep it real. Tell you how I really feel. 100 miles per hour, dog. Tell me when I get the chill. Feeling like I'm Curtis Snow. I'm just trying to keep it still.
To keep it still. There's a lot of time when people freaking crash they car because they always buy the cheapest wheels.
God, something wrong with my phone. When I pick up my line, I get a click every time. Hey God, something wrong with my line. When I pick up my phone, I get a click every time. Can you hear me? I keep getting a dial tone. I hit you from the cell phone. I should've hit you from the house phone.
Alright, 2 minutes, man. Liquid. What's poppin', man? Tried to go live a little bit ago, and then the sound apparently wasn't working on the.
And watch these youngsters come up. Come on.
The other end.
Get you a Hummer for the summer. Woo. Hell, we came about the slums. Damn. Got a loose tongue. Big ball shit now. Old school with it. Heads like that. I got the toolkit. They really don't know about the Franklins. This might get shanked, man. Avoid that level, avoid that.
Avoid it, y'all.
Still pushing, still get that. Still rolling on 4 flats. Smoking up on the black. When it come to what they get so serious.
We almost there, y'all.
Don't know about it, we curious. One more nigga, more dough, nigga, more big wheels. It's like that, hell yeah, they got a big thrill about it. No one damn wills like John got it. Go blow up the pot.
1 minute.
Ain't no lie, they died.
10 seconds, y'all.
Going after everybody up in this party. So now real gangsters on my side, on my team. Know what I mean? They hate it. I pull up on your block with this thing. I want the green. Know what I mean? All I need is real gangsters on my side, on my team. Know what I mean? They hate it. I pull up on your block with this thing. I want the green. Know what I mean?
30 seconds left. And we officially are starting the show. If you have music, again, send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. All genres are accepted.
Yeah. Started to lose faith. The stress came, I started to lose weight. Mama say talk to God and I do pray. The city don't support enough, I gotta move states. Everybody in competition, it's too late. But my circumstances got me hurt and damaged. On the other hand, I got a plan, I'm still scrambling. In the field hitting hard like Colin Sanders.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
J-Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Yo, Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurbos to Cash App $ pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
Share the stream.
The other freaking button and shit. Anyway, welcome. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in. If you are tapped in for the first time, pretty much we are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and you know what I'm saying, bands across the globe. We do this show pretty much, you know what I'm saying, every day if we can, and react to and review independent artists, producers, and bands. It's that freaking simple. Whatnot. If you have videos, if you have records, whether they are on Spotify, MP3, SoundCloud, BandLab, Bandcamp, you know, everything but Tidal and Apple Music, you know, send it to the freaking show or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? We'll, you know, give you our thoughts overall on, you know, performance, mix, energy, you know, structure, timing, freaking cadence, basically, and you know, song length and more and stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? It is free to submit to our show as always, but you guys can pay to skip the line if you do want to get played quicker, get something you know, played in a back-to-back fashion. Oh, wait, gotta let y'all know.
From hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. And I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
And of course, man, it wouldn't be a morning episode without throwing in, you know, one of our classic morning,
Good morning.
you know, records.
Good morning.
Some of y'all like our hours. Y'all like, I've been woke up, man. Listen, it's a tradition. So we're gonna get right to it in just a moment.
Good morning. I thank the Lord that He ain't take me out my sleep. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, I want my weed and take it drill like rest in peace, but still good morning. Good morning. Hey, every day I leave the house, it's cold. I told my he was still good morning. Good morning. I ain't wake up till you last night, yeah, but shit got real. Let go. Hard to sippin' out, but you know peace be still. Look, my mama in the eyes before she got a pill. Hey, waking up, I made the couch, I'm still gon' taste a meal. I told my brothers I'd be back if now he hold the wheel. I had a lap on other nigga that I shot and killed. And overdrive until this month, I'm talking overkill. Every day I wake up just to get it. Pray for niggas, that's against me. We gon' push it till it's empty. All my niggas coming with me. Talking sunshine, rain, streets cold. Through these long nights, hard times don't fall. Don't feel no man and don't trust no soul. I miss the gas, no brakes, stuff gon' go. Good morning, good morning. I thank the Lord that He ain't take me out my sleep. Good morning, good morning. I want my weed and take it drill like rest in peace, but still good morning. Good morning. Every day I leave the house, it's cold. I tell my heat, but still good morning. Good morning. I ain't wake up till you last night, yeah, but shit got real, yeah.
1925 here is another time where I don't even know what I hear. Also, freaking is like people who looking inside of my ear. Also, I don't know what the hell's happening, but I ride with. I need to like go outside and I need to.
Every day I leave the house, it's cold. I tell my heat, but still good morning.
Alright.
Till you last night, yeah, but shit got real, yeah.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Alright, let's get to it. Once again, if you are new to the show, we pretty much rate all records on a 1 to 10 scale. All feedback is welcome. You know what I'm saying? I'll give my piece, and you know what I'm saying, you guys in the chat, any and all platforms that you guys are rocking on, you know what I'm saying, just let us know what you think. as you know, saying we'll go through, man. We got Rob first up or whatnot, but for some reason, why is it not letting me drag and drop this? You know what I'm saying, over. Let me go to another hold on. Trying to open this other side. Okay, I guess we'll open it with that. But I need to see the proper. Hold on. Okay, hold on, cause I need to see the. I need to play it in here so I can see what the proper volume is. No, why isn't it rolling up? For whatever reason, this file is not loading in this, which is never a thing. I don't wanna restart this, but F it. Let's go. Let's go over here. We just reopen, you know what I'm saying, my thing again. We should be good. All right, and then I'll load that while I fix everything. See, yep. All right, now I get to see. So volume's somewhere around here.
Since that day passed now, I ain't really been the same. Since my dog passed now, I ain't really been the same. I ain't really been the same. I've been feeling like I am insane all the time. That I've been thinking about how I wish I could've just taken his place. I don't know why. I don't know why it wasn't me. That's a thought I keep pondering often. I can't get it off my mind. I hate how I can't confide in my best friend or the orange bottles that I know. I hate how I feel so alone. I know who I am, go ahead and judge me. I don't really give a fuck, not really lately. I know that God got me, that's the only answer lately. I stand tall, gotta make it through it all. With too many, I was hoping that I fall. Though I stand tall just to prove me wrong. No other way out, gotta figure it out. Gotta make it make sense. In order to make any sense. Does that make any sense? Man, RP to my bro Josh. RP Lil Clorox, man.
You gotta feel more like you're right,
man. I won't be making no music, that's for sure.
Come on, man.
Telling me to get in front.
I like what they got, though. A lot of time when I don't know what the hell am I can say. A lot of people don't even know what they're gonna hop in the pop, yo. Hop in the pop. Listen, I think it has potential. I think it has potential. Needs a little bit more work in terms of the structure. Because in most cases, right, like a lot of you guys either, you know, freestyle, you know, everything that you're putting down, or you will, you know, punch in a little bit, you know, too much or whatnot, right? And again, we need to get back to the era of being more professional as artists. Like, we literally are always asking people to spend money on us in some way, whether it's buying tickets to see us perform live, trying to buy our album, if we're like just selling it, you know, it out front, you know what I'm saying, a physical copy or something like that. Like, we got to put in that actual work and can't just simply, you know, be okay with just creating, you know, a vibe, more or less, right? There will be people who will still, you know what I'm saying, fuck with it more or less. But when it comes to comparing it to what you may even consider like some of the greats, right? The artists that we all look up to, that may have, you know, got inspired us to do what we do essentially today. You know, you have to put in, if not more work than that artist in the genre that you're inspired by, right? Because you have to sort of surpass and you know, be hopefully something that is a little bit better than them. Not everybody's trying to do that. I get it. You know, you're fine with being a part of the blanket of, you know, situations. But like, if this record is, you know, essentially something that is, you know, potentially personal to you, you know, it's like, put in that actual time, effort, make it count. You know what I'm saying? It's an RIP, you know what I'm saying, kind of freaking record. You want people to feel it all the way through. Melodies were, you know what I'm saying, fairly decent, nothing too crazy there. Just laughing. Sprite the MC with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you say. Plus 90 at 3 and you know, in Texas and stuff like that. It's hot, man. Listen. 90 degrees in Texas. It was a little bit hotter yesterday for freaking sure, whatnot. And I didn't even think about freaking that or whatnot. I'm finna go out in my jacket, you know what I'm saying, for some reason. But I'll see. I gotta see what it was or what it will be essentially today when I go out. Now, Sprite did say too much on the vocals for 0.3 or whatnot. And again, I look at it like, again, he's of that genre, like a Juice WRLD, XXX, Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying, wants to sort of be more in that melodic, you know, auto-tune centric, you know, kind of song. I tend to like if you do have an auto-tune on a record, right, when the vocals are a little bit more spacey, has more of that delay, reverb, perfect combination that, you know, just eases it in a little bit more perfectly and stuff like that, man. And yeah.
If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Right now. Now.
All right, man, let's get back in to the free line, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Let me see. Where is the next one? Will Glover, what up, dog? People tapping in and passing by. I always wonder, like, I'm trying to see what would happen. Nah, see, that's the problem, right? That is the freaking problem, right? I always go, you know, when there are times when I can sort of like invite people into the like the TikTok side of the stream, but I always forget I won't be able to hear them, right? Even if I were to somehow be able to plug some freaking thing in to be able to hear them on that, and then I have to figure out the way for, you know, for you guys on TikTok, I mean for you guys on YouTube and Twitch to hear them as well. Otherwise it'll feel like I'm just talking to myself. So I have to figure out the best way. I always, oh man, and Skype is Skype no more already? I think they said they were gonna do it in May. They were gonna do it in May. I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but you don't know what I'm about to do. It's LB saying that we're going down. Oh my gosh, what the hell was up with that visual? Shit is crazy, listen. Everybody go and get your babysitters. Aye.
My heart is inoperative, my mind is uncooperative. The shit is acclimatative, I'm sick, post-separative. Horse and birds, a lot of shit, mind is really sick. I'm reprehensible, got the pain inside my temple.
Please having your own CD cases loaded.
I'ma make you blind, deaf, and dumb. Your girlfriend, yeah, she needs to come. My turn, I had a lot of fun. I ski just like a Tommy gun. She ate it up like honey bun. She's gone to heaven, tons of fun. Gruesome, I'm an outlaw. My mind is full of greed. If the dollar bill is calling, I don't care, I'll make it bleed. Guess I'll dig a shallow grave, top it off with concrete. I pistol on your toilet seat, my mind is gone, it's obsolete. The porno's on, I beat my meat. Call me necromancer, a bit exotic banter, cast a spell. I enhance her, so now she is my puppet. Call me Jane Hanson, my wish is her command. I run the call, Charles Manson.
What is happening?
Seriously feel like I'm trapped in a matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of pig shit. If you ain't got skills,
passion. I'd rather take the blue pill and crash in the basement.
I mean, like, look, man, I know that you get tired of, like, we always kind of have this conversation every now and then, but, like, I know you get tired of me, you know, with you specifically, right, having to talk about, you know, the mixes and, you know, different things like that or whatnot. But I continuously have to remind you that I have to do it because, you know, new people popping up, like, you know, it's all basically a little bit of an education, you know what I'm saying, class with each sort of record. Like, how do we feel, you know, what playlist potentially will we see records in, you know what I'm saying, is there potential with different things? I do think there is potential, you know, with it, but the mix does have to be, you know, way more polished or whatnot, right? Like, I'm not recording you, I'm not in your situation. I don't even know, like, how you record, what you record on, what equipment you have, so I don't know where things sort of need to be, you know, nipped in the butt with, right? I don't know if it's simply the mix, if it's, you know, the mic you may record on with certain records. And I always come back to, there are songs that I have heard you with good mixes, so I know it's possible, right? Just whatever you've done with certain records in a row, like there'll be times where you'll sort of get into a, like, little bit of, you know what, let me do a lot of you know, these kind of videos with this, or this with this, and, you know, you'll couple different things. Again, there's potential in a lot of what I hear, but I want that, like, you have so many videos and records now that, like, at some point you do want to see that level up, right? With you know, you making sure that everything is pristine or whatnot. Otherwise, everyone will always assume that you are completely, you know, independent, right? It's a good thing and a bad thing, right? A good thing because, you know, they do want to see you on that grind and essentially making it on your own, but bad because, you know, they don't look at you in the same card of those bigger artists. They don't put you in the same exact playlist as those bigger artists, because literally when it goes from that record to a Drake, a Jay-Z, a Tech Nine, or, you know, something like that, again, the mix is going to be vastly different or whatnot, and they have to be in the mood. Like, we all know that sort of having to be in the mood to listen to the lower quality, you know, sort of situation. And so every time we hear something that still needs just a little bit of work in that area, it's, you know, just hopefully motivating you to know, you know, if you make that sort of that effort to go back in, either re-record the record at some point, then you can sort of like re-upload, you know, the video or do whatever you want. But, you know, you want people to love your record and want to share it, right? I'm telling you, like, literally the way that I work personally, right? If I hear a record that, again, is just, I'll hear much potential, I'll even like it, you know what I'm saying? But I won't end up like sharing it, right? I may sort of like be like, oh man, I absolutely love this record, man. Make sure you get that freaking mix. I'll always remind the artist, because that's that one thing that keeps me from actually sharing the record yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like, you know, it's ready yet. And again, as a review show, as someone who, like, it's my job to sort of like hopefully get you in and out the door in the right place or whatnot. As again, I'm not necessarily recording you guys right now. I do engineer, I do mix and master. I give you just thoughts of what I would be telling you if I was recording you. You know what I'm saying? And you're like right in front of me. I'm like, listen, go back in there, do this, do that. But yeah, I mean, let me see what you guys were saying. What you say? I'm saying, welcome, tap the like, please, and then share the stream. Yeah, appreciate that. Then Al, he said, I thought you were about to talk about, you know, AI music videos and stuff like that. Listen, do you want me to? Do you want me to? Because we have that conversation as well. You know, we can try to do it as quick as possible with AI, whether it's like everything. AI, everything is kind of a tricky spot, right? You know what I'm saying? You cannot copyright anything that utilizes AI, right? So you end up in a situation where, you know, just people can kind of mess with whatever you know, put out in that, right? And it's a gray area of, you know, situations. But also, you don't want people to be lazy, right? The main aspect of, you know, for those of us who produce, who like didn't know how to do anything at first, figured it out, went to school, you know, actually spent money on, you know, different programs and stuff like that, and even more, right? Over time, collabing with artists in many different ways, right? I've literally recorded, you know, Hawaiian artists, bands, rappers, R&B artists, you know what I'm saying? So they all have a different recording process and different things that you have to do to, you know, make them essentially sound good. And, you know, it just takes you wanting to put in that effort with every song to sort of, you know, show people what it is. But I don't want you to miss out on that opportunity of writing the record fully yourself, because some AI artists, we'll just talk about it, right? They'll be just someone with you know, lyrics that they think of, or, you know, an idea for a song. They'll sort of like put that out, right? Those, like, most people don't like. It's entertaining for like that first little time that you're hearing it, but the moment that you mentally start to go, well, that's not a real artist, I can't meet that person, right? Like, I can't support, like, who do I even, whose pocket do you even feel comfortable putting money in those occasions, right? There's no actual producer, and you also are deprived of writing the record yourself. When it comes to videos, there may be a little bit more work that you have to do, right? I literally don't know how you get your likeness to sort of be sort of imprinted on any of these sort of like characters or whatnot. I've seen different videos from LB and different ones from Ahmad Saad. I feel like Ahmad Saad has gotten a little bit closer to like the realness and the likeness of the people that, you know, he wants. LB slightly getting closer, but it still feels at times, you know what I'm saying, very weird, very jumbled. I think yours are still in those early stages, but even with Ahmad's, right, and yours, I've said the same thing. Like, it takes us out of that, like, where did you record that part of the video? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where'd you film that? How did you do that with the, you know what I mean? We want you to be able to practically figure out certain things. And like, I've loved when you personally have used your green screen, and, you know, and then you've had the animated videos, right? So I've always said, man, mix that with some of the freaking AI with that. Like, if you do all of them at once, nobody has anything to complain about, because you actually will have, right, the animated, you know what I'm saying, characters that you utilize and stuff. You'll have and again, I'm gonna give you your own freaking answers or whatnot. It's not freaking that hard. Literally, for if there are like scenes or just things that you want your character to do, just to show up on freaking screen, you know, at certain freaking parts, right? The animated version of you for those videos that you do, literally just put it behind a green screen, and then, you know what I'm saying, record that, bring it up, and, you know, put it in the thing, you know, as if you can sort of key things out, you can sort of bring it up with that screen. But I'd use that, your actual green screen, and then you know, the portions of AI. But when it's all AI, we're gonna miss out on that. And let's see, Bob's Burgers Illustrator did it or whatnot. Let me see, King TGS, you know what I'm saying, bid was freaking great. Let me see, took your knowledge, and then welcome and tap. But like, even, okay, so I've seen someone take a Crazy Bone song and kind of do it too. And like, again, you could tell it was, you know, some AI kind of thing or whatnot. It was decent, you know, graphically. It had all these, you know, saying decent graphics or whatnot. But there's just something, you know, there's something to me that's still soulless about it. You know what I mean? When we see actors that we know actually in, you know, at least a location where they're filming, even if there's green screen and they're sort of being put into, okay, we're gonna pretend you're in New York right now or something like that. We still appreciate that, the fact that the actor is standing there at that location doing the parts. That's the work, right? Because without the work, how do you expect to get paid, right? If there's like a bunch of people in your video who aren't really people, those are all people who could have potentially got paid for, you know, something. And to your thought process, you're probably like, nah, but that's the point. I don't have to pay none of those people. They aren't real. But like, you don't see that as a problem, right? It's literally like if every food place decided to be like, all right, we don't need no extra workers or whatnot. We have this machine that's just gonna make all the food, you know, for us or whatnot. All I need is to buy the freaking place. It'll just plop all the food out, you know what I'm saying? And people come through. You know what I mean? If everything works automatic, they need nobody for it. And then everybody is sort of, you know, kind of being lazy all over the place. Anyways, let me get back into the lineup. Matter of fact, I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'm freaking sitting here just so that I can sign some. Let's see. Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan.
Yo. Okay, first things first, call me dirty, I'm not dirt. Keep thinking that we cool, I'ma have to take his word. I've never been weak, I've been at it since like birth. 30 chopper chewing meat, bitch, just watch how it disperse. When they see us in the street, they just throw it in reverse. Bitch, whenever dirty ski, 30 all up in her purse. I'm right back where I started, fuck, I feel like I be cursed. So immersed in what's the worst to come, I feel like I'm a burst. You can't come around this way, bitch, I got trust issues. Give me guap, I don't really wanna fuck with you. If you fucking with them suckers, they gon' duck with you. Showed your hand off to the bitch and now she's stuck with you. R. Kelly, I'm pissing on peons. These bitches be bugging, so be gone. I'm colder than motherfucking Freon. That's something that we can agree on. It took me what felt like an eon. Now happy to say that we on. I'm giving them something to feed on. I'm stepping but don't put my feet on. I'm stepping, don't ride with the weapon. Last time that I did, that shit got too hectic. Accepted, I'm reckless and checking my checklist. This bitch named Alexis was cooking my breakfast. You ain't talking money, I think I'm dyslexic. I'm here for the murder, I'm killing a skeptic. Turn on the burner and blow up the septic. Like Timmy No Turner, I'm wishing I'm breathless. Ready to start, motherfucker, I'm the game changer. Hated like Jesus, we were born up in the same manger. Brody be tripping, took a trip, he tried to paint a stranger. So best believe when we come in that you in grave danger. Varsity player want a ball, then I'm throwing lead. Let me know you get the call, then I want him dead. Risk it all, my money tall, I'm blowing bread. Me and my bitches pussy ball, Joe Rogan's head.
That was 2095, you know what I'm saying? New age, you know what I'm saying? AI, essentially. That the title of the song. That was a little bit of a vibe, you know what I'm saying? You got in there very freaking chill, slightly switched it up in terms of, you know what I'm saying, certain sections, you know what I'm saying, throughout the song. There's potentially more that can still be done to the mix, you know what I'm saying, polish wise, but it's not too crazy. And I personally wouldn't mind it being, you know, longer and extended with maybe one more verse, but also wouldn't mind it just being what it is, you know what I'm saying, right now or whatnot. what I'm saying? Sprite said the Rogan bar was sick. I agree. I thought about that freaking, you know what I'm saying, as well. I was like, okay, I get it. Because Joe Rogan, he's had all that stuff. And what were you saying, Al? You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Liquid said he was not feeling, you know what I'm saying, that one. We had a 9 from, you know what I'm saying, Sprite. And then we had a 6, you know what I'm saying? Song is chill, but, you know what I'm saying, the mix is sounding, you know what I'm saying, off for me and stuff like that, right? So, fair, you know, a fair assessment. Let's go ahead and jump back in. The free line again. Dope London cries from above. It is about that time. It's about that time. It's about that pom. What up?
Okay, Prodigy, that's pressure.
No one to call my day one. She barely got to 21. I can count on one hand who treat me like family and many share the same blood. Feeling I'm sick again. Don't even know what home is. Deep inside my head again. I just wanna win again. I know it comes with patience. Stop stressing yourself, baby, you're still young. But this the time to handle business while you're still young. Battle in my mind and neither one won. Technically I'm free, but this ain't freedom. I don't bother explaining cause they find thrill in that. Lately been asking myself where all my feelings at. Guess they thought that I was kidding, where the children at? Take me as a joke, I'm Harley Quinn and bring the villains back. I'm done playing the love, I'm on fuck 'em time. I want my heart to stay cold during the summertime. That never lasts long, I want love sometimes. I just wanna feel loved one time. Tired of the late night cries, feeling like no one's on my side. I don't vent, I just bottle it inside. A bitch about to lose her mind. Saw your weave away, still called you fam with open arms. They always asking why you get away with all the wrong. But it was you who was there on the days they weren't. Plus I couldn't explain the bond, but that shit is dead and gone. Feeling I'm sick again. Don't even know what home is. Deep inside my head again. I just wanna win
See,
again.
like right here, it's just like very standard, right?
Stressing yourself, baby, you're still young. But this the time to handle business while you're still young. Battle in my mind and neither one won. Technically I'm free, but this ain't freedom.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
Let's see, right back in it, right back in it, shit. All right, wait, why you stop, bro? Oh my God! Now, so shout out to being able, you know what I'm saying? It's been a bit since we've been able to hear, you know, anything else from Dope London. You know, if this is brand new, glad she's still, you know, up there making some music or whatnot. I feel like you might have sent that one, you know what I'm saying, a little bit before or whatnot. It is somewhere in the short area, 2 minutes and 17 seconds, nothing freaking too crazy. Would love to see her perform, you know, and do a Tiny Desk kind of live version of that with someone playing the piano. You know what I'm saying, and it being like even a little bit sort of slower. I like that she both raps and sings on this. And then basically what I was referring to a little bit earlier was the fact that she has two different versions of herself on this in terms of the singing, right? When she starts off, it's a little bit, you know, just, you know, chill, just kind of like, you know, hints at the fact that she can sing a little bit. It's you know, not necessarily her coming out of, you know, that shell, very intimate, just, you know, just kind of freaking chill or whatnot. But when she got into those long time, you could hear it. You could hear like, dang, like you could actually get in there and, like, you know what I'm saying, really sing. There was, you know, emotion in that. I would love to see where her true, like, power, you know, lies with, you know, just her vocal, you know, capabilities. Like how, you you know, like if I'm not mistaken, like there had to be a time where you had sent a record where she was like really singing like for real and like really on that other tip and stuff like that. I can't remember if there was like a video or something like that for it, but you know, I'll see what she can do or whatnot. Some of you guys may remember her from one of the cutaways.
Better watch how you talk. I'm a big dog. Dope is the product. You hoes getting recalled. Been that bitch. I'm so A1 with a steak sauce. Oh my God, he in love with the box. Pay that price for the top. I hit him up like he Pac. Double Dutch on the cock. A wild team. Keep your hands all off. All's filled. We ain't playing no golf. Bitch can do better, nigga. I'm appalled. The nerve of this guy to even make that call. If I leave, then I leave, nigga. It's me fall. Cute in the face, but are you solid? I can clearly see what is in your wallet.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, let's get back into it, man. And then what do you say? Haven't got any notifications on there. On what? Let me see. So are you still going live on Facebook? I'll share it to Facebook. The thing is, I'm trying to see like how I could sort of like go back and like still do it directly from, you know, the channel or whatnot, because I could do it from my Chris Nonsense. I could do it from my Chris Nonsense, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me, if you're on Twitch, head over to our YouTube, or I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna see what happens right quick or whatnot. If you're on Twitch, head over to our YouTube. We'll bring you guys on Twitch back later. Just want to test this out. Let me see what this does. Yeah, so that one's not gonna let me do it. That's so freaking weird. But I will figure that out. All right. So I brought the at least my Chris Nonsense, you know what I'm saying? One should be going freaking live right now. Should be going live right now.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Which I said in the feelings and stuff like that. And then and said stop hating, you know what I'm saying, on AI and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I started saying, Dorky, you a bitch, you know what I'm saying? That same song that you hit with a Dorky don't play that on has gotten tens on other shows. That's fine. Sicko, like, bro, like, you can get in your feelings all you want. You know how I feel about AI, and you'll still send it to the show over and over again. You don't think about that? Who does that? Who knows someone doesn't like something specifically, and when we hear it, when we see it, we're basically gonna have that conversation every time. It doesn't matter who it is or how good it is. We're always gonna talk about it because it needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going out there and actually filming in locations, you're not sort of like doing all that, you know, you can only get props for so much on, you know, what you do. And, you know, I appreciate whatever amount of work, you know what I'm saying, there, but I'm always gonna appreciate the realness more than anything. Like, again, I'm a movie buff, right? So I look at, you know, where things are actually, you know what I'm saying, located, and you know, I wonder about, you know, whether or not the sort of, you know, sets are at the sort of studios, or if they actually go to the locations and stuff like that. I like that kind of shit. We're like, oh, where's the Lord of the Rings, you know what I'm saying, film? Where did they go for the new one? Where did they go for this and that? I love that shit. And if you're to find out that the entirety of everything, none of the actors actually go in, you know, for nothing but just that first mocap, and then they just sit at home, you literally wouldn't really feel like watching that movie, because you don't feel like, you know, the same amount of, you know, work is put in or whatnot. I appreciate that a Scanner Darkly, right? Let's think about it thinking like this, right? Scanner Darkly, they actually still had to film the whole movie as a regular film and then animate on top of it, right? And then in your mind, knowing that the work to sort of like go in and then, you know what I'm saying, draw on top of each scene, you know what I'm saying, make sure that it looks cool, you know, throughout, you know, that makes it even doper because you know how much work was put into that. And basically what I'm trying to get you to see is that it's almost at times the equivalent between, you know, if you're to go to get your picture taken, you know what I mean? If you like literally there's those booths where you can just go inside and then, you know, sit in the thing and then it counts to freaking 3, it takes your picture, right? The cheaper freaking ones. And then there's the ones where you go in, the person actually sees you, they tell you, hey, pose like this, do it, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you do this? What kind of background do you want? Like, they give you choices, they give you those options. You have the ability to see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. And then there's, you know, those that actually hand draw the animation, you know, you as like the silly version of yourselves or whatnot. If that were to be AI, you'd be like, there ain't no way I'm paying for that, right? And in most cases, if you do it, it's gonna be from some app, and even that is like, you know, you don't get to feel like, oh shit, an actual person looked at me and did this. That's the glory of real art. So we're just you know, talking about freaking that or whatnot. You know, it's listen, like I have the freedom. Look, LB, I have the freedom to have any kind of feedback that I want about your music, your videos, anybody's music that does come to the show. I want to be honest. I don't want to lie to you if I feel, you know what I'm saying, another way, or I don't want to like hold my freaking tongue if I feel like something. Just don't send the videos to the show. Just send the music if you're gonna freaking do that. Like, it's that simple. But, you know, peace out if you're gonna freaking be gone. It's all good.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you been worn. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
You don't get it, man. Like, not everybody is going to rock with every single record that every one of us make. I've had records that have gotten, you know, literally low scores and then high scores on at different freaking times and whatnot, but it doesn't mean that the people that did or didn't like them were right or wrong. Everybody has a certain feeling about, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, they're going to have different opinions. It's that simple, right? And you know, again, I've never changed one bit or opinion when it comes to freaking AI, when it comes to AI beats, when it comes to AI you know, artists, when it comes to AI videos, album art and stuff like that. I've always been the same, never changed. You know that. So I don't get why we're even talking about this. King's Hustle with Voices in Velvet.
I move with the silence of shadows that slither, delivering venom in verses that shiver. I pivot through pain like a cycle with rhythm. These syllables flicker like blades in a prison. Velvet inside of my veins, it's a weapon. They told me to fold, I unfold in a second. I'm channeling ghosts through a lyrical seance. These voices don't echo, they orchestrate lessons. Mine like a metronome breaking the meter, speaking a code that'll burn through the speaker. I don't need
like, and then we go right to some AI.
Like a preacher. Each word a blade, each flow a grenade. I'm sown in the storm like a poem decayed.
Come on, man.
In the soul I parade. Now I rap like revenge through a velvet grenade. Voices in velvet don't talk, they spin. Whispers of war in a world full of sin. No light, no grace, just a mask and a grin. But I rap so fast, I confess what's within. I was born with a vision, a glitch, and a code.
Listen, I gotta keep the same energy, right? I gotta keep the same energy.
Seriously feel like I'm trapped in the matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of fake shit. If you ain't got skills, but you rap and you
gotta
ain't
keep
shit.
the same energy.
Like old school rap and you ain't shit, but
I really feel like I'm trapped in the matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of fake shit. If you ain't got the skills, but you rap then you ain't shit. I'd rather take the blue pill and crash in the face.
We'll just say it like this, right? Okay, so it sounds like a decent song, right? And like we know, we know, like AI essentially is able to come up with within itself, you know what I'm saying, via your ideas, you know. This is exactly what essentially we're talking about, you know, audio wise though, right? You know, we're listening to a song that essentially, you know, sounds fairly freaking decent, forgetting that AI also kind of steals from other actual songs that are out there as well, and sort of compiles from that and what you say to sort of, you know, build this song, right? So there's that essence of it's sort of, you know, taken from something else, but then also the fact that the artist is not real, right? And the simplicity of not being able to shake their hand or get an autograph, go see them live, see an interview, you know what I'm saying? All that basically goes out the door. And then we have to sort of look at it like one of those, you know, like I think if we change the way we look at it, that's the only way we could sort of slightly accept it, right? You know what I'm saying? Think about it like one of those sort of, you know, dance or EDM, maybe dubstep records where they have that sort of, you know, chorus or thing that sort of like repeats a little bit, right? You know, it's kind of, you know, maybe robotic, maybe it's just, again, one phrase, and usually it's from like a female artist or something like that. Other times, like with a Daft Punk, right, it is very digital sounding and robotic or whatnot, but you know that there's some, you know, real vocals and you know, real production and stuff like that involved. With these situations, right, it's mainly idea, and then it creates the beat, whole song, lyrics, structure, you know what I'm saying, all that. I don't want you guys to miss out on you literally working with other artists to bring these things to life, like for real, as opposed to it choosing where it wants to sort of, you know, get in there. And, you know, the other thing is we keep hearing like the same artists, like, you know what I'm saying? We'll be hearing like the same kind of, you know, vocal when it's like a rock song, when it's, you know, a certain type of freaking rap song or whatnot, like literally, you know. And then you guys will just kind of change the name of you know, what you're considered as an artist. I feel like there's a better way to sort of try to do what you guys are trying to do, and I do want, you know, a little bit more work, you know, within there, but you already know what it is. And then just bounce LB, bruh. We don't even have to go through this anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to block freedom of speech or what? You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm gonna have my opinion about AI specifically every time, as you just freaking saw, right? So on my show, as long as you can stay away from anything that is AI, like you have millions of animated videos with the cartoons and you have the green screen ones, you know that I fuck with those, right? Why are you arguing with someone who likes some of your shit, right? And yet, like, again, you know, it's just gonna come off different on different you know, places or whatnot. I didn't hit the Dorky Don't Play That because of the video though. You know what I mean? I hit it because, you know, the mix was still, you know, within that sort of place. And, you know, I just wanted more from the overall performance. Sprite, you can give your thoughts on, you know, that record that you remember as well. You know, I wasn't the only one who thought it needed a lot more freaking work or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down, man. Calm down, man. Damn, Debo. All right, can we jump back in? Is the free line? What up, Mark Cooper? What's up, dog? Doing some things out there.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, hold on. Let me real quick. Apparently I got a unblocked lone child or something. Hold on. It's 12. Then what time do I gotta freaking get off right now? Hold on. Do I have time? Now I think I gotta leave in like 20 minutes or whatnot. Hold on. Let me just jump back in the lineup. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have 3 shifts today, right? I'm gonna go live probably in a few hours for about an hour or so, and then I'll do the same thing you know, later on, but probably for a little bit longer.
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Fury. Yeah, it is. It's Sprite. Lego. Don't pay attention to my critics. Why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. And that's a fact. How I spit and how you spit, you can't compare it. No, you can't. I'm on another level. You never get near it. Well, you ain't. I said, I don't pay attention to my critics. Why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. Man, that's a fact. How I spit and how you spit, you
it's a remix.
No, you can't. I'm on another level. You never get near it. Hey, well, you ain't. It's the war zone going on inside of my head. Only thing I never have to worry about is the bread. When I wake up in the morning and jump out of my bed, I'm on a mission trying to get it to my pockets. It's fed. See, I don't need much, just a lot of dang, and $1 million. I should probably rob a bank. People say I'm drunk when I ain't had a drop to drink. Keep your opinion to yourself, cause this fuck what you think. I said I'm sipping on some Hennessy, finna fuck the industry. Lost a couple friends, now the motherfuckers enemies. I'ma keep it real, I'm everything you pretend to be. Now I'm all across the globe and everybody feeling me. I don't pay attention to my critics, why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. And that's a fact, how I spit and how you spit, you can't compare it. No, you can't. I'm on another level, you never get near it. Well, you ain't. I said, I don't pay attention to my critics, why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. Man, that's a fact, how I spit and how you spit, you can't compare it. No, you can't. I'm on another level, you never get near it. Well, you ain't.
I am roaring like that wonder, my verse is roaring like thunder. Grew up in the tundra, yo haters you don't want none of. Known to do them vicious, I'm hitting them where it hurts. Sprite fit so ridiculous, quenching you bitches thirst. Yes, I do it properly, no you critics ain't stopping me. Came up out that record, year later doing astonishing. Now teamed up with Winter Productions, feeling astonishing. This is it, it gotta be kicking shit like some soccer kid. The tightest with the lyrics, no she bad. Your man wants Sprite, but it's Pepsi in your bag. Got him rocking, speakers knocking, it's a slap. If I don't listen to your lyrics, then it's trash.
I don't pay attention to my critics, why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. And that's a fact, how I spit and how you spit, you can't compare it. No, you can't. I'm on another level, you never get near it. Well, you ain't. I said, I don't pay attention to my critics, why is that? Cause I don't think them haters listen to my lyrics. Man, that's a fact, how I spit and how you spit, you can't compare it. No, you can't. I'm on another level, you never get near it. Well, you ain't.
Well, you ain't cool. There's a lot of time where I don't know what the hell I can't do. There's a lot of time where a lot of freaking people know that they just can't be faithful. I don't even really know where the hell I'm gonna take you. Alright, so I mean, you didn't put that it was necessarily a remix, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it is, so whatnot, right? Like that first version that I heard of this song, by the way, is still my favorite or whatnot, right? You know, like that shot itself up to one of my favorite, you know, features that you had, you know, done. And I think the beat on that one, you know what I'm saying, is perfect or whatnot. It also it also on that one, right, on the original beat, it sort of had more of a vibe where, you know, I always feel like the spirit of Pimp C and Gangsta Boo sort of, you know, are fluent, you know what I'm saying, throughout. And this one, you don't necessarily hear it that much. It's a little bit different, kind of standard or whatnot. And if I'm to compare it again, the first one still has, I think, my overall love. But it's always fun to see you know, which records are gonna get the you know, the sort of like best reactions when we're doing like remixes and you know, stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying, not bad. Also, yeah, I mean, the mix felt a little bit different on this one. Like I felt like I like the other one, you know what I'm saying, so far. And then you said too spacey in terms of what, like the mix and the lyrics and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit, but I'm just it's hard for some people, right? Especially if you have the same performance, right? When you're sort of just switching the beat alone, and then you have, like, for some people, they may not like the original beat to begin with, so switching it to something else will help them like it a little bit more. For me, I already loved, you know, every aspect of, you know, the original. Thought that one was perfect. There wasn't nothing necessarily needed in my eyes. And so just trying to elevate it, you know what I'm saying, in that way would help. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out. Again, we'll come back, you know what I'm saying, a little bit freaking later. You guys tap in, and you know what I'm saying, we will see you guys in a little bit, man. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me drop this. All right, I will see you guys later. Appreciate you guys for stopping. Bye.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so